Have you ever been so overwhelmed with how long your to-do list is? Is it so packed that you don't even have time to relax anymore? And speaking of which, why don't we have enough time in the day anyway? It's just a matter of investing your time in the important things in a 2-letter word. We as humans are naturally inclined to want to help each other, and none of us would be here today if we haven't had a great deal of assistance from other people. We help others because we're showing gratitude and love towards those who helped us, and because helping others feels good. But without thinking carefully before giving away our time, we can often feel overwhelmed. But don't worry, because there's a simple way to solve this problem. Learn to say no. We often say yes to things when we're already overwhelmed and would rather say no. We stuff up our schedules with the intention of helping others, but often without the consideration of helping ourselves. If we continue to take on responsibilities that we have no time for, how are we going to ever have time to take on our own responsibility? We're so busy running from one activity to the next just to cross things off the list that the quality of what we do is often not as good as we could have done if we just had more time. Being in this state could easily make us feel like victims, even though we are the ones who have robbed ourselves of free time. The only way out of this mess is to admit that we played a part in its creation. But we shouldn't be too hard on ourselves. After all, we could clean up this mess by simply saying no. Usually, we're hesitant when rejecting others, but there's nothing wrong in making sure that you have time to live your life without feeling overwhelmed. You can't control what other people feel, and you're not responsible for their feelings either. Adler calls the idea of removing yourself from other people's responsibilities as the separation of tasks. You can't control whether other people like you or not, or how they think of you. No matter what you try, they'll still be living their own lives and would probably be unconvinced to change anything. Instead, focus on something that you can control, like saying no in order to leave time for yourself, and finding your own sense of worth, your own values, and your own needs. I'm not saying to say no to everyone, but rather try to think before agreeing to anything. Check your schedule, and most importantly, check with yourself. Do you have enough time? Is it a good way to invest your time and attention? And do you really want to do this? And if the answer to any of these is no, then gather up your courage and say no, knowing that you're not responsible for other people's happiness, and if you explain your reasons, they'll probably respect you. And if they don't, are they really your friends? Well, I better end here. Don't want to waste your time.